One of the most frequently asked questions that I get is, how did I get into guns? Did I grow up around them? And I really didn't. My family, we figure skated and played golf. I'm Ashley Levinsky. I'm the Robert W. Woodruff Curator of the Cody Firearms Museum at the Buffalo Bill Center of the West. Well, I started college and I was going to be a doctor, and you could not argue with me. That was where I was going. One of the things I was always interested in about medicine was the history. And I grew up in Pittsburgh, which is, several hours from Gettysburg. I went on a Civil War medicine tour, and they talked about how the advancements of weapons technology altered medical technology on the battlefield. And I thought that was really interesting. And so I decided to switch my major from the sciences to history. And so I got an internship at a military museum, and they basically put 200 guns in front of me and said, go. And I had never held a gun before, I had never shot a gun before, and I had to be able to identify what they were, what had been modified on them, approximate values, basically all the cataloging information that museums need, and I completely got hooked. One of the guns that I worked on was the Remington Beals. And the Remington Beals was the first pistol that Remington made and got a nice place in history. Not only does it have the connection to the revolver market and the race to make the best revolver, but you're also sitting at the onset of the Civil War. And so it's really just kind of at a crux in history for their company and for their brand and where they'll move forward as the war breaks out. It just all around had kind of a fascinating story, and it's the gun that haunts me because I want one. And I'm lucky enough to run a museum that has several Remington Beals revolvers, including the prototype. For now, I settle with being able to take the prototype off the wall and look at it. Well, and it was working with that Remington Beals revolver and the collector in me that really sparked my interest in Remington that still goes on today.